seem to be driving up the alley with some download speeds now, but I'm not too sure if my uploads is going to help anyone any better. I've pretty much been able to... Okay, so I'm getting a 0.6 cast here. So I'm going to reduce the settings on my side to be bearably... Okay, to be watchable. So we're going to basically just go off back into the server quickly. I think they've already started that second map here. So hopefully this won't be too much of a... It's the first time it's actually happened to me like this before, where all of a sudden just it just doesn't want to work.
Well, and in the final, so it's so inconvenient.
It's kind of very inconvenient, to be honest. So we're just quickly connecting into the game. I will be there in a few seconds. If you guys can just bear with us.
Still waiting on the 5th of Bravado, so no rush.
Okay, so there's no rush at the moment. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to quickly connect us in here. Let me just... And I have unfortunately reduced the casting setting due to my ISP that, has kind of bombed out by the looks of it. Hopefully they'll restore their connection issue here. So just putting us back in there. I do apologize in advance for any dropped packets in advance. The quality is also really not that great. So please just bear with us with regards to the quality. We're not running on a 720p at the moment. We're only running on a 540p, and then of course with like a 300 kilobit setting, so it's actually very little. So hopefully we won't get that many reduction or that much of a reduction in drop packets. So at least the guys can see a proper cast, a proper stream, and then some decent commentary from us. Anyway, okay, so let's get back into the game. There's nothing much further I can do, but let's get back into the game now. Bravado's taken a map from DC, so DC is 2-1 up. This is Nuke, Bravado's territory. What is your look or your outlook on this?
Well, I mean, a lot of people would think that Train is Bravado's territory as well. Not as much as Nuke. But if the city side is anything like it's been so far, I'm definitely going to give it to DC. But then again, their CT side wasn't so strong either in the last map. It looks like they're going to start on the T side. If they can, I said before where we shouldn't actually be looking at if these maps are CT-sided or T-sided. In my opinion, right now between these two teams, I don't know, like the roles have been so reversed. I'm thinking that if Bravado can get 6 rounds, I have a feeling they're going to get 7 rounds on this T side. Then they're definitely going to take it away on the CT side because they're really strong on this map with it at least. So in my opinion, I'm definitely going to give this one to Bravado, but I think that DC is going to put up a good fight.
Yeah, I think it's all dependent on this first half here. If DC walk away here with a double figure, that's already going to be quite big, because Bravado really need to come to the party here, like with regards to being able to get a couple to be able to get that double map result. If they are not going to get the 5 rounds as T's, they're going to struggle. They're going to have a hell of a time against or a hell of a hard time against DC. DC is capable of getting to double figures, but I just do think that Bravado just know this map better, play this map better, and I think they will perform this map a little bit better. So let's just quickly have a look at the first map there. Was DE Train. DC took that one 16-14. Then Bravado took the previous map 16. What was it? 16-11 or 16-10?
16-11. Yeah, 16-11. Actually, you know what? I think Bravado actually might have won it even more than that, to be honest.
No, it was 16-11 as far as I'm aware.
I'm guessing DC brought some rounds back near the end.
Cool. So looks like we are in the game now as DC take the CT position and Bravado kind of working their way into the T side of things. Right, so just currently looking at the moment, it doesn't look like we have much of an issue with regards to the stream quality. I mean, not the quality, but the dropping of packets, but the quality is a little bit bad. So we do apologize in advance there. Sorry, the score for DE Infinite was actually 16-9 to Bravado. So now, as we get back into the game, Bravado kind of pushing very deep into that ramp side area, coming out and actually eliminating Kron. Style managing to pick one back and then Sent finishing home off. So we got a 4-on-3 situation. Bravado came in very strong into their ramp side area. Now looking at it, they're all over the place, coming into top. And literally with one player to beat, Goals the only one left to beat. They've got the bomb down on the top side area. Goals managed to pick off 2. Good player from Goals. But he's still got 2 Bravado guys to contend with. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, the player down there in heaven, or up there in heaven rather, not looking like a Goals round. There we go, Sent taking him down. You know, I was looking at Bravado's play, and that's the Glock train being used to its full effect. I thought that they took it a little bit too much, you know, going from lobby all the way at the back or under heaven, then all the way around to mouth.
Yeah.
And, you know, it wasn't a bad play. Putting one player up there in heaven was quite good. It sort of just came down to that player, just whoever died before Style. I'm not too sure who it was that was down here under heaven.
Kron.
It's Kron, I'm sure, yeah, Kron. He sort of just needed to do a little bit more damage, maybe 1 kill. But yeah, you know, the Glock train on this sort of just secures you a round already if you get the proper nades out. Here's one thing that I do see on Nuke more than any other map is the SMG bars come out, because it's such a close quarters in the lobby area, in huts and mouth and things like that. And even near ramp, even though it's got a long thing, you know, if you get a proper flash out and get close enough to the guy, these SMGs are so strong. I know I've seen some players buy a P90 and they just like keep it for as long as they possibly can because it's so strong on this map. Sent the only one with the AK, so probably going to be like the lead man or the guy who cleans up. But there we go, Detroni taking down Style. Detroni taking down another Black Poison, taking down Goals. And here's another round up for Bravado. You know, they needed to win this round. They couldn't let DC come back into this. Hellhound does get 1 pistol frag. Hellhound with his pistol right now, proving that he's one of the best. You know, every time he's got this pistol, no matter if he's on the anti-eco or pistol round, he's always gotten a kill. They're finally Detroni getting his 3rd of the round. And the thing with these SMGs is going to be getting so much money with the kill. And if you look at Detroni's money now, you know, he's sitting on 6k, and that's before buying the AK and everything like that. So looking good for Bravado in terms of the money situation, but forced by Famous here from the DC side.
Yeah, very interesting force by Famous here from the DC side. Very good position Bravado is in at the moment because they've got they've got 2 AKs now instead of just the 1. But going into this 3rd round, it's essential for them to take it because, you know, you're looking at it now where if Bravado take this 3rd round, going to the 4th, win the 4th, it's going to be a rollover effect they're going to create there where they're going to be able to take the round after round. And if Bravado get that minimum 5 rounds, it's trouble for DC all over. So now going back into the game, Style managing to pick off Detroni there. One of the AKs out of the picture. However, Rachno responding with a good trade. And then Goals playing that ramp side quite effectively by means of eliminating Black Poison. So Kron kind of just sitting in the heaven side area waiting for a rotate to occur. And I think he's kind of reading Bravado's game at the moment because they're not going down to the bottom side area. They're kind of sitting on that ramp side area waiting for a CT to push in. We've got a 3v4 situation here, so it is a very good play here from the DC side. They are pretty much in the lead here. They've got 4 rifles compared to the 2 only of Bravado. However, Sent and Rachno both have got AKs. Let's see what happens right now. Oh, it looks like Rachno has spotted off Kron, so he's managed to eliminate him. Now he's going to climb the heaven side area, and it looks like Hellhound has got a little work on his way, but a good trade-off here from the CTs as well. Brilliant play there from Explicit, eliminating Bravado and bouncing back here for DC. So the score now only 2-1. Not bad.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for Hellhound getting that kill there on the play on Heaven, definitely would have been in Bravado's favor, you know, explicit closing it out there at the end with double kill. But I really didn't like Kron's play there. I don't know if you agree with me. I think that, yes, you know, he couldn't really move because he knew that there were two players coming from both sides. But, you know, that time when he just like stared at the ramp position, obviously he knew that the T player was taking his time to come to him. I really think that he should have moved up or moved away from his positioning there. At least just giving himself a little bit of a better opportunity to take one of the players down at least. Or maybe even aggressively pushing the man on ramp. You know, that round really could have gone differently if Hellhound hadn't got that pick on Heaven. But, you know, here we go. DC keeping the Famouses versus the likes of the AKs from Bravado. You know, you have an AK on Hellhound and an M4 on Explicit, so that's going to help just a little bit. But I'm definitely going to have to switch over to Scent as he's got the Deagle in hand. You know, we've watched him twice now get two great Deagle picks, and obviously not on this map, but previous maps. And he's just going to be spamming that bottom Heaven window. They're not going to be making too much of anything happen there. Deviant takes down one. Hellhound gets a pick for himself, but Bravado coming in strong. And Kron finally redeeming himself, picking up two there with the Famous. And it's a 2v2 situation, but there we go. Goals with the flank, taking down one, taking down the other. It was actually Kron with his triple, rather. And wow, great play there from DC. I love that flank there from Goals, perfectly timed. And there we go, 2-2 in favor of nobody actually, but yeah, great play here from DC.
Yeah, no, that was a very good team play there from Kron and from Goals, like kind of Goals taking off the attention of Kron there, giving him the ability to actually come into play there, getting his third pick, and then finalizing that round there for the DC side. So now as we go into this fifth round here, Bravado now on a eco round here, and DC kind of slotted up there with a whole bunch of rifles, etc. Bravado kind of playing the lobby side area. Not too much of any pushing or anything like that from Bravado at the moment. They're kind of just waiting it out there. Maybe playing a little bit more of an aggressive ramp. Here we go with the pistols. Here they go, and Goals automatically moving right into that ramp side area. Very good player from him. So he's going to be sitting around now. He's going to have to move back again more as he takes on the Bravado guys coming in with the pistols and taking him out there. So it looks like Bravado kind of very aggressively got into that bottom side area and actually managed to take down that ramp player. But just overall, it looks like DC are biting back here with their rifles. And the plant though from Bravado also important. And a good farmer's buy there, as mentioned by APOC in the chat. Very good farmer's buy.
Yeah.
Well, in the previous round, not now, but yeah.
The bomb being planted there from the T side or from Bravado is definitely what they need. You know, now they get to buy a full AK's full nade setup and head armor. The problem there with Goals, you know, that's the problem there with the M4A1S, is you sort of need to be as precise as possible. You have 10 less bullets than if you had an M4 or an AK. And if you're going to be missing bullets like he was there, you know, you got the players low, but he just wasn't aiming head height enough to do enough damage and get the kill on them. And at the end of the day, you know, that round could have gone either way. And that's the problem there for Goals, you know. I think he's definitely going to have to hold that ramp side a little bit better. I like the fact that he actually fell all the way back there after getting pushed hectically there on ramp, but he's just going to be a little bit more effective, you know. There we go, switch to him right now, and he's down to 61 HP, explicit 63, and is Scent going to be going down there? Scent just living there on 36 HP, so not a kill there for the DC side, but bringing him low enough. There we go, Style taking down the Trony, the big man, or the big player there for Bravado getting taken down. And Bravado without the Trony is not the strongest team all in all, even though they do have really strong players. There we go, Goals taking down one. Goals can't find the third, but doing his job there on ramp. I like the fact that he pushed up instead of going down. There we go, Rachno and Deviant all alone here for the Bravado side. They are in a 2v3 situation, and DC looking to close out this round. They've set up all their players in positions where they can't get caught out easily. And all they have to do is literally just wait for the angle, wait for the Bravado players to push them. And with 3 flashes and a smoke and 2 nades between the Bravado players. There goes one smoke, there goes one flash. And there we go, Kron taking down one. Can they take down Deviant? No, Deviant takes down Kron. But Style from the Heaven position there takes down Deviant. And another round there for DC. Hopefully they can start pulling this ahead and start getting a comfortable a lead here against Bravado. As we see Bravado on a, I was about to say an eco, but looks like they're going to be buying it right at the end. Two Galeals, and is Black Poison going to buy Burning? What do you think? Or is he going to get a drop?
No, he's gonna get a drop by one of his teammates there. Effective round there for DC. Specifically the fact that Bravado kind of used up all the cash there to get those AKs in hand. To use that sixth round and hopefully end up actually taking it. But it looks like DC kind of, stuck it out. Good AWPing skill there from Style once more. And if you're looking at it in this perspective now, DC kind of in a semi-comfortable position here. If they take the next round, Bravado are in deep, deep trouble. Because then DC are going to slowly but surely start, they're going to slowly but surely start taking control of this map. And looking at the moment, it's quite a slow play from Bravado then, moving a couple of players towards that ramp side area. So Sent and his members are kind of waiting. Ooh, almost getting the pick there, but it's a good nade in there from Kron as he flashes in as well. Counter flashes happening all over the place as they try to breach that left side area. Goals there, taking the first pick on Detrony. So now the pressure is on. And Explicit almost getting the pick on Black Poison there, but nothing really coming from it at the moment. Kron kind of also in the supporting role. He's waiting in that heaven side. He's not moving in, and he's not trying to cause too much issues. But he turns away and gets picked off by Rachno. So now the ball is open here for Bravado, but good play by Hellhound taking down Rachno there. Sent coming in, Black Poison getting a pick now all of a sudden. Explicit kind of sitting on the side. He picks out the bomber. So now we got a 2-on-2 situation in favor of DC as they got more HP. Sent the only one left here. He's got some work to do. Can he get the pick? No, he doesn't. And DC claim their 5th round. Good play.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of silly mistakes there happening from DC. Turning away at the wrong time. Allowing Sent to go under heaven and picking up the man, trying to flank Mouth. With 2 HP getting the kill, I thought the round might have been over there, but then Explicit. We speak about all the players in the DC side, and that's one of the top players. He's always going to be performing. I think out of all the games we've watched so far, he's probably the most consistent DC player at the moment. So at the moment, Deviant. Let's switch over to Deviant here. Let's see what he's going to do with this AK. Obviously someone buying it there for him. If I actually just look at his money, no, he actually bought it himself. So do you think that was called from the in-game leader, or just the individual choice from his side?
I think it's in-game leader call, because there we go. He's taking 2 picks straight away. Sure. Impressive play there from Deviant.
Yeah, very impressive play there from Deviant. Those 2 picks could be the decider of this round. Sen gets taken down there from Explicit. There's the most consistent player of any of all the games we've watched so far, and you always can count on him to sort of get that pick when he's in that 1v1 situation. But there we go, Deviant with his 3rd of the round. They're only picking up one with the pistol, and it's all up to Style. He's got the AWP in hand, maybe not the best weapon, and there we go, Deviant picking up that solo AK there and picking up the quad.
Yeah, there we go. I think it might have been a captain's call there. And Deviant just produced results there for Bravado. Now all of a sudden, again, DC are in trouble. They were 3 rounds ahead. Comfortably, if they took the 6th round, it could have worked there for him. But now they're in trouble here because they don't have enough finances to actually do a buy round. So now they have to go on the eco round. And Bravado, again, can be in favor to take a 4th round here quite early in this first half. And can cause quite a number of problems as well for the side. So looking at the current setup here, it looks like Bravado have got 3 players on the outside area here. We got Sent up top on that, on top of that silo side. Howland kind of pushing into the door room area. He's going to get that pick. No, he doesn't. Deviant finishes him off. But Deviant kind of like very low in HP there, only 15 HP as Kron and his teammate Goals, I think, try to push through that ramp side area, causing a little bit of problem. And looks like Goals, almost getting the pick there on one of the Bravado side members. Just looking at it now at the moment, Explicit almost TKing one of his members there. Bravado are going to be pushing that ramp side area. Sent with a good AWP shot on Kron. And now Explicit will be coming through, but he's a little too late because it looks like Bravado already moving down. Most of the Bravado guys are actually under quite a bit of pressure with regards to HP. They're very low on it. They're smoking up the areas. And Style now needs to try and pick off someone, but Detrony gets the better of him. Deviant's going to go for the plant. Kron, the only one... Oh, sorry, Explicit, the only one left there with the gun. He gets the one, but gets picked off by Rachno. And the score now 5-4. Bravado kind of slowly moving back.
The Bravado health bars there, 10, 15, and 10. Could have gone either way. It's a little bit unlucky there for Stahl that he had to meet up with the Trony there on top of the ramp. The Trony on full HP. So I couldn't just get the one shot there and maybe turn onto the guy planting the bomb and giving him an Explicit a chance to win the round. But full M4 bar here coming from the DC players. M4A1S. Do they change their weapons? Yeah, I'm not too sure. I've seen them all use M4A1S's, Explicit here with the M4A4. But maybe for Nuke, the silencer helping out a bit. But anyway, yeah, so we still have Sentia with the AWP bar. There's going to be no AWP on Style. It hasn't seemed like it's helped a lot. Sitting on 4-0 and 7, bottom scoring for his team, and we can see that the AWP hasn't been helping out that much. Oh, my game alt-tabbing for some reason. I'm not too sure why that happened. I'll go back in now. But yeah, we're looking at Explicit now. 9-3 and 6, and goals 9-3 and 6. Those are the two leading men here for the DC side. If we go over to Bravado, we have Deviant, with that beautiful AK work earlier with the 12-0 and 6, and the man below him, the Trony 7-0 and 7. But all in all, Deviant actually pulling his weight right now and playing to the best of his ability. But there we go, Rachno getting taken down from Kron. And there's this thing that DC needed to stop pulling ahead. Black Poison and Scent low on HP, but Goal's starting to go down. 25 HP on him, but he goes down at the end. And Styles picking up Black Poison with the return. Deviant onto Goals. Kron getting taken down. I mean, Kron rather taking down the Trony. That's his second kill of the round. Hellhound onto Deviant, and it's only Scent left with that AWP. Is he going to choose to save it? I think that's probably going to be the best decision for him. And is there going to be any force push here from the DC players to pick up the AWP player from Scent? And I think taking away this AWP from Scent is going to be quite impressive. If Kron can find the kill here, I don't know. I was about to say, I don't know if that was the best decision there from Scent to go for the fire if he got 180. But yeah, great play there from DC to end out the round.
Yeah, no, DC, pulling off quite a good round there, giving him that 6-round, the 2-round advantage on Bravado at the moment. What is clinical at the moment is DC needs to get to 10 at least, or 11. It'll be brilliant for them going into as T's. Bravado then, the applied pressure on Bravado is going to be a lot more than what they anticipated. They've got 4 rounds at the moment out of the 11 rounds going into the 11th round here. So let's quickly look at the setup here. Bravado got a full stack of AKs and an AWP. Good nade there from Hellhound. Managing to find his target a little bit there, but let's just have a look. See here, it looks like a spread out player from the Bravado side. Detrony, the only one kind of playing that outside area. He's got Style to contend with, who is coming up that staircase area, and this is where the problem could lie there for him. He might just be caught off guard. If he gets caught off guard, that's a big problem for Bravado right there. But then a good favor there for the DC side as well, as an influential player in the Bravado team, Detrony, is removed. Oh, but it looks like Detrony has spotted him out and picked him off. And a good player now, as Kron kind of tries to defend off this left side area. No one's looking at him. He gets a brilliant 3-man pick off there. And goals there also with a great assistance. Black Poison managing to pick off Kron, but look at that. All of a sudden, bam! Swung in the favor of DC because of some great skill there from Kron. Some spray skill nonetheless. And Explicit picking off Detrony now. And the score is a 7-4. DC are getting closer to what they need.
I mean, Kron could have decided, let me actually just cut my losses and push back into the bomb site. Wait for them to push me so I don't take the risk. But he decided to go for the picks, and he ends up with a triple spray down. But then again, Bravado, you could say, a lot of people could be thinking, communication error on their side just to pick for that one player there under heaven. But, that comes down to not a communication error, but a visual one. If you see 2 of your teammates, especially the man at the back there, if you see 2 of your teammates sort of looking for the man under heaven, try to turn your attention away to another spot. You don't need 3 players looking down for one player.
This is beautiful. This is beautiful. You should be watching Explicit right now. Man, oh man, this Oak has got aiming of the gods. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, I mean, picking picking out like 4 players outside there, and only Black Poison left here with the Deagle. Takes
Oh,
him down, showing
lucky.
him who's the aim boss. And can he find any more kills? He's got a man right on his left here in mouth, and Style right in front of his aim. Yeah, but he's going to look away. Can he find the flick? He can't find the flick onto Holland. But wow, Explicit killing 80% of the enemies there with, as Burning says, godlike aim. So
Sure.
really well played there for Explicit. That's going to boost his confidence coming into the next rounds.
Yeah, definitely. Look at it now. DC's got 8, Bravado's got 4. Pressure is applied. Tenfold now. Bravado know they need that 5-round mark. If they don't get it, they're going to struggle. They got a full stack of AKs up against a full rifle stack there from the DC side. Style has the AWP again in his hands, so he can use it effectively on the outside push. Looking at it now, Detrony, the only one kind of playing that outside area as Bravado kind of play inside. Could be detrimental now. I don't know. Difficult to say, but looking at it just on the overview, very slow play again here from Bravado. They've got the nades, they've got the AKs, they've got the armor. Can they get their 5th round, which is so important? It looks like they're readying themselves up for top breach here as we pretty much they're delaying it just by a few seconds, but there we go. The top breach is taking place, and pick-offs from both Bravado members there as Kron kind of moves into the... Ooh, he gets picked off there by Sent, unfortunately, and we've got a 5-on-2 situation. Styles got a lot of work on his hands now if he wants to. The goal's managing to pick off 1 there. Let's see what he can do. Oh, and it looks like Bravado has managed to clinch that 5-round margin, well, that 5-round mark, which they really need going into the second half.
Yeah, I mean, I have to put the blame on Style there. I was following him throughout that round, and yes, there was only Detrony left there on top, but he actually managed to come in through mouth and pick off a kill there, the man hiding behind the vents there. But that wasn't the worst mistake, you know. That's one of them. But the big mistake that happened there was Style not looking outside enough. Yes, there was smokes and flashes, but he took way too long to peek out. And he didn't feed any information to his teammates telling them, listen, there's no one outside. Or maybe if he spotted the drone, he could have called coming through mouth. But yeah, so Style, his AWP play right now, he's switched over to the M4, maybe not being able to afford the AWP. You know, you see goals there only at the P250. But again, you know, that round definitely came up to Style's mistakes there. And is he going to pick up the play that Style not playing to the best of his ability? He drops the 20 down to half HP, but we've seen the 20, you know, 10 HP can still take on 3 players by himself. And you know, Style not playing the best. Style maybe going to get a pick there at the end. Not going to happen. What do you think of Style's player right now? Explicit finally cleaning up there and taking down 2 kills. Harlan with 2 kills of his own. Style finally gets a kill at the end. You know, not the easiest place to play outside, I understand that, but Style just not playing to the best of his abilities. You think he's a bit nervous here, or
no, not at all. I don't think it's nerves. I don't think it's nerves at the moment. I just think maybe he's just feeling a little bit uneasy playing on the outside area. I think he's thinking too much. I think he's thinking too much about where is he looking. Is he going to look up towards Silo? Is he going to look towards Red Crate? You know, he's trying to balance himself there basically. I think. Looking at it though, you know, it's more so just decision making that he's struggling with at the moment. Maybe also an aim factor as well. He might not be getting the hits in, and that can definitely add to this psychological, you know, aspect of this game as well, where he doesn't feel too confident playing on the outside area, but he has to. That's the thing. He is that outside player that DC need. So maybe he'll pick up his game in the next couple of minutes. We don't know. But just going into the game here, Kron managing to pick off first. As Bravado move their way into the ramp side area, both Goals and Kron kind of have it locked down in a certain way. It all really depends on what Bravado can do on the breach here. Goals around the silo area, and Kron quite close up, only with 22 HP. Styles got his AWP ready. He gets the pick there on Detrony. Also important. And now he awaits for the next Bravado member to go through that hole. So Sent kind of knows where he is. Does he pre-aim him? Oh, he almost does. And Style getting away with murder there, but the flak there from Kron from the backside applies the pressure on Sent and takes him down. Good play here from a Hellhound, and DC managed to get the double figures, and Bravado's got the 5. This is close. I'm going to be very honest here. If DC play a very good T-strat, damn, Bravado are in trouble here. DC might just take this final. But if Bravado lock down from the get-go, take the pistol round, don't let anything affect them, we're good. Well, they good at least. Then we're going to see ourselves a 5th round. I mean, a 5th map.
Yeah, it's pretty much all gonna come down to this T pistol or CT pistol or pistol overall, I guess. Whoever ends up winning is definitely going to be in the command for this half. You know, if we see DC winning this and bringing it to a 13-10 or 13-5 rather, you know, that could work in their favor. As you see the Glock train, they're doing basically almost the same as Bravado did on their pistol round. Just a little bit of a difference is they actually push into the bomb site instead of half around the map to get onto the bomb site. But both effective ways. But Bravado coming back in, Black Poison and Detroit picking up kills. Golden Haldan with picks of their own. Haldan with another.
Brilliant.
Stahl finally getting a kill there. And Detroit with his second of the round. Can Detroit win this round after his play against another one? And it's a one-on-one here. Detroit versus Haldan. Haldan not in the best position right now, Detroit. Ooh, that was so close there for Haldan. Can he find the kill? No. Does Detroit have a defuse kit? I don't know if there's going to be enough time for
this
him.
is going to be close. This is going to be close. Tick tock, here we go. Here we go. Can he get it? No, it doesn't look like it. Bang! And DC. Yeah, DC take it, eh? Flip. That was a good pistol round. A lot of pistol pressure there, and DC showing the nerves of steel and going through and actually claiming it. So now there's a problem on Bravado's end. They've got 5 rounds now. DC are 5 rounds away from winning this final, and Bravado have got a lot of work. Look at the Nova buy there from Rachno, and look at the Max 7 buy there from Black Poison. Things are not well in the Bravado camp, I can tell you now. Things are looking a little desperate, as far as I'm aware. Maybe it's a little bit of a surprise buy to try and see if they can counter a possible SMG push, but they're not aware that DC's actually gone and bought up a couple of rifles. Brilliant shot there from Style on scent. Already Bravado now, you know, kind of, how do I say, like, you know, 4v5. It's difficult. So we got Deviant kind of waiting in that in that mouth side area. Rachno waiting in Shack. Bravado are a little desperate at the moment. They need to get this round. So Detri now feeding the information out to his team on the outside area, but Haldan coming in, taking the pick on Deviant. Now we've got a 3-on-5 situation here. And Kron, the only one kind of on a semi-low HP. Style then taking down Rachno. The only one taking a pick was Black Poison with the Max 7. Not good enough. Now going into this third round, in the second half, I think there might be a bit of an issue here for the Bravado side, because they kind of bought that weapon, like those shotguns.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see Rachno and Black Poison not have the most money in the world compared to their teammates. Even though Black Poison still has some, you know, he did get that Max 7 kill, so that's going to give him 1,000, I think it's 800 money back there, so not too bad of a pick there. And again, you know, we have Style versus Detroni here by the squeaky door, but Detroni comes out on top. And Goal finally, Goal with the third kill. Wow, Goal with a great triple there, you know, I spoke about him, you know, if he starts shining, DC definitely going to start pulling ahead. You know, they have those two consistent players of Kron and Explicit, and then you have that one free spirit of Halhan. You know, he's actually been playing incredibly well, especially on these pistols. The anti-eco and the pistol round, you know, you always can count on him sort of to get a kill, definitely. You know, you got Sent now, he's picked up a Galil, a Galil. But he's only got 18 HP, so that's not going to make too much of a difference here. Style just saying nice shot there to Detroni, paying his respects there. Nice little, you know, I said the word already, but nice respect there between the two players. And hopefully between the two teams. They've been banging it out since, you know, as far as you can remember. These are the two teams to beat at the end of the day. But yeah, 12-5 in favor of DC at the moment. Looking like it's going to be a 13-5 as the bomb's just about to blow up. Is Sen going to survive? Sen thought he was out of harm's way there, but gets taken out from the bomb explosion.
Yeah, so now DC now kind of only 3 rounds away here from taking it from Bravado. Now look at Bravado. They've gone for that all-important rifle buy on the 3rd round. So they've managed to get away, luckily, on the buy round, being able to buy up full rifles. Let's see if they can defend off this DC onslaught, as they got, you know, money in the bank looking at it now at the moment. And they got AKs, nades, armor, the works. Let's see what's going to happen in the next couple of rounds. Quite an aggressive round here from Explicit, going right up into that shack area, going for that window shot. Ooh, Style getting the first pick on Deviant. Good trade there from Detroni on Halhan. So we still got a 4-on-4, quite an even Stevens round at the moment, as Sent kind of preps himself up here. He's under a bit of pressure. gets himself out of there pretty quick. Let's see if he can maybe defend off this ramp push here from the DC team as they take control of the ramp side. Black Poison already dropped down there. So now he's already there for that extra bit of support. Detrony's kind of still scoping that outside area. Rachner, the only one kind of playing that. Oh, he manages to get one pick off before getting picked off by Kron on the heaven side. So now that information's been fed through. Oh, Style coming in, getting a second. And now Sent, the only one left, getting picked off. And Style walks away there with the trip kill. Bravado again in trouble on one of their strongest maps.
I mean, I spoke about it before. That the T-side play from both these teams is probably the strongest, but I mean, DC coming across with the 10-5, you know, their CT side was actually quite strong there, with that T-ramp play there, or, yeah, the ramp play rather, between Goals and Kron, you know, holding it for so long. Halhan always getting the pick there on the man rushing Heaven, and then, you know, you have Explicit. I know I can't speak about him enough, probably my favorite player, and, you know, I spoke about Styles maybe being one of them, but definitely I have to give it to Explicit. You know, he's just always there to impress, and he never seems to disappoint with that godlike aim. But yeah, again, you know, here comes Sent with his Deagle, one of the best Deagle players, or actually I don't know if we could say the best Deagle player. You know, not many Deagles we've been seeing out through this tournament, but definitely effective with that gun at least. And you know, 5v5 situation, only one M4 here on Bravado, but Deviant gets taken out from Halhan. Great headshot from him, you know, one of the best AK players in the game in the form of Halhan. So yeah, you know, Kron and Goals both low on HP, so is Halhan, you know, 58 HP, not too much, but again, he just keeps getting kills, it doesn't matter about his HP. And there we go, Black Poison finally replying onto Kron, but Goals coming across, taking down Black Poison. And this is just amazing play coming out of DC here, they're not taking any prisoners, and excuse me, the M4 player from Rachner, you know, is on 22 HP, but it doesn't matter again, you know, Halhan with his triple, Rachner finally got a kill on Goals, but Sent going down at the end, 15-5, what do you think about this?
Yeah, no, DC definitely, I think they read Bravado's game, that's what they did, I am almost certain they went back to the drawing board. They thought to themselves, listen, yeah, we're not going to get Bravado catching us off guard on Nuke. Let's go back to the drawing board. Let's go work their strats out. Let's go watch some casts. Let's go watch some demos and see how Bravado plays. And this is what they've done. I'm almost certain. They've probably worked on a couple of new strats to counter. And if you're looking at it now, you know, this shows. I mean, 15-5, an amazing game here from the DC side. As they take out two guys already. Bravado kind of, 3 guys left. There we go. Another one pops off. And they are in trouble as Explicit pretty much... Oh, Goals gets the final nade kill, and DC win the Arena CSGO Cup. Fantastic final. It is a bit unlucky that we had a casting issue with regards to our channel, not really having you know, the best quality. But I would like to ask you know, like of you to stay on, Dare. We're gonna just have a quick little like post game interview here with the DC captain. Let's see if we can get him onto TeamSpeak quickly just to join us. You know, I would like to just pickle his mind a little bit. But congratulations to DC there for winning it. Let's see.
Before, if I can just interrupt you there, before we get into it, you know, I kind of have a big question for you. In terms of MVP for the tournament, who would you say would be your MVP?
Okay, well, most influential player, definitely Style. I'm going to give it to him straight off the bat. There we go. You know, he definitely played for his team so well. But then looking at MVP, most valuable player of this tournament, it's very difficult to say. I would probably say the most valuable player would sit between Detrony and... it's 3 actually. It's between Detrony, it's between Explicit, and the last one... I would say, you know, would be Style. So those are the 3, you know. Hellhound also pretty much also there. It's so difficult. I can't really say because Hellhound played like, you know, it's more Hellhound Explicit, Detrony and Style. There we go. I can't make up my mind there. Listen, to be honest, MVP Detrony. There we go, hands down. He did play a fantastic role for Bravado. So yeah.
You know, I was gonna put Detroni down or Detroni. I said Detroni. I'm sorry if that bothers some people. I
The
really
U
do apologize for that.
the UK
But
bunch say that as well, so no problem, dude.
um, you know, I was gonna put him down as my MVP. You know, I spoke about him before. You can vouch for me when I say that I think he's definitely one of the best players on the scene. Um, but MVP, you know, Halhan played absolutely amazing. Kron goals, you know, they brought up what they needed to bring. Kron, you know, actually quite a surprising player. Did really well. I think you'll agree with that. But my MVP has to go for explicit. I've never seen such a consistent player. I don't think he bottom fragged once, and
Yeah.
I don't even think he was out of the top 2 for DC once. Another player I gotta bring up is Custom. He's one of those players that can really carry
Yeah.
for EC, but unfortunately, you know, his team didn't do well enough for him to get the MVP. But they, you know,
No,
Detroni second on my list, and explicit definitely gonna get the MVP for my buck.
yeah. You know, this is it's an interesting one, and I think you know what, lighters, you're right there. Let's make a vote as to who do you think should be the MVP for this tournament. For guys that have been following this tournament all the way through, our suggestions are in. Obviously, I think Detroni, and obviously Dare over here thinks it's explicit. I think yeah, there we go. I think Style is joining us right now. Can I pull him in?
Awesome, let's do it.
User was moved to your channel.
How's it, Mr. Style?
Hello.
How's it? Congratulations on the win, man. Excellent play.
Thank you very much. Was a very, very decent competition.
Yeah, you guys, I have to ask, you know, what's the difference between the Insta Clash Cup and now? What's the difference there? You guys were kind of not so hot in the Insta Clash Cup, but this game, well, this tournament, you Oaks have been amazing.
You know, I think the big difference is, firstly, like a mental game, it's double limb. So you don't have that pre-match jitters where, you know, if you're out and it's online and all that shit, so you think, no, you know, single limb and you'll fall out. So I think that was the first thing. So double limb, you always got an outside shot, so you're more relaxed. And then secondly, we only had this team, I think, running now for the past 3 weeks. So we've been putting in some hours. So it's definitely paying off. With the Insta Cup Clash, we had Hanan. Which one was that? DJL. Hanan was in. Oh no, that was just the Sunday Cup. Hanan was in Namibia, and we were playing with a put together team. And the same with Chris was in Ghana, I think, for the Insta Cup. So we haven't had a set team. So that's why we've had now Kron and Golsey, and they pulled their weight for this one.
Yeah, no, definitely, I would agree there. I mean, Kron and Goals played a fantastic game. And then, what do you think about Bravada's performance? I mean, overall, do you think you know, they're kind of they're more so of an opponent on LAN or online? What's your take there?
You know, they will definitely be always the team to watch out, especially on LAN. I mean, they've got, I know no Dane and his internet, and Richard with his, especially yesterday. I know he was fine tonight, but the online's always, you know, it's a 50-50. But like I said, on LAN, it's a whole different story, and so we just had the better weekend all week.
Yeah. Dare, do you have a couple of questions to ask, Stal? I'm sure you do.
As my biscuit box just falls on my PC, but anyway, yeah, definitely. I was telling Burning that you're probably one of my favorite players to watch. Your aggressive style, especially with that USP, is quite incredible to watch. In terms of your team now, is it going to be changing again? Will we see APOC coming back into the team, or are you trying to build a team based on this for next year?
We've got a good thing going now. The thing with APOC is we don't know if his work is going to keep him in South Africa. So we'll see if there's changes made. There will be, but I mean, this is a good start for anything. If there was any reason to keep it as a team, this should be it.
Another question from my side, you know, besides Kron, I'll talk about him first. You know, Kron, in my opinion, a really consistent player for you guys. He played great throughout the whole tournament. And then in terms of Explicit and Halhan, what do you think that it makes these two, especially when we saw you guys play versus EC on Mirage, you know, the entry frags there from Explicit, and the round clutching from Halhan. What do you think makes these players so good? You know, just for the newer players coming into the scene, just so they can sort of
Yeah.
see the mentality of these two players. Or what do you think makes that?
Yeah. You know, the big thing with like Haran and Explicit is they've got this experience, and you put them in positions for them to make that plays, and you put your confidence in them, and 70-80% of the chances they pull those shots and they get the entry frags. And I mean, if like take for example Haaland yesterday on Inferno on the left hand side getting the picks every single round, it just opens up the whole map. But yes, we put him there for a reason. Where it didn't work tonight on Inferno, that well, we switched it up a bit. I went left, we won some rounds, and then nitty gritty stuff. But like I said, it's just taking those frags. It's the amount of experience, and it's at the end of the day, it comes down to aim. You know, you can have all the experience in the world, and you can outplay a guy, but you need to hit your shots. Eh?
Yeah. I mean, before I give it off to Burning, my last little comment from what I saw, I definitely think that Bravado are doing a lot of research on you guys, especially on Inferno coming into the game. And I mean, I might be wrong, but the reason for that is it could have been individual research, I guess, is the reason for Halhan not playing that B alley as effectively as he was. Rachner and Black Poison completely switching their positions around, you know, playing more in the site and the back of coils than spreading themselves out thinly for Halhan to pick them off one at a time. But yeah, you know, again, he still got a couple of the picks, and it still helped you guys take over that A site. But again, you know, congratulations to you guys. And,
Thank you very much.
Well played, very well played.
Thanks. Just a shout out to the boys. Well played, and for the casters. Thanks for all the effort you guys put in. It was actually a very well held competition. I hope there's a lot more of these. I mean, how many teams was it? 27, 26 teams? That's great for the community, and we should keep pushing it.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, I just want to add one more thing. I was hearing from players of this tournament, and I'll quickly sum it up for you. Bravado, it's definitely Detroni for this one. And I think myself, I only had like a very good train AWP round yesterday. Otherwise, it will go. I'll rate tonight. Explicit carried the night. And yesterday, Haaland opened the stuff. So that's between me. And then, like you said, in EC it's custom, but you know, full. And then yesterday, the game was played against Energy was beautiful. So those are my five guys, just as a last note. So.
Yeah, I think I can agree with you with Waz playing against Energy. That was a fantastic game you played there. Yeah, well, Stahl, thank you very much for joining in just, you know, on the fly for this little post-game little interview, I'd say. And yeah, once again, congratulations on winning this competition. And hopefully we'll see you guys perform as well during the Do Gaming League, which is due to start in a month or two's time, as far as I know.
Thanks. We'll be registering as soon as possible. I think it opened today, so everybody needs to register.
Yeah, no, for sure. Cool, guys. Also, thank you very much to NAG and Steel Series for the sponsoring of the Arena Cup, and then fantastically organized competition here from Arena. Thank you very much to them as well. Also, a very good well played to Bravado in the competition. They played fantastic, just very unfortunate there for them not coming through on the end and winning it. Then again, congratulations to DC for winning the final, and a big thank you should go out to Dare that came in the last minute to come and co-cast with me and bring you guys an awesome casting service. We do apologize for the slight reduction in quality, but we only have ISPs to blame for that. Anyway, guys, yeah, you have anything else to say, Dare?
No, I just want to big thanks to the hosts of Arena. Big thanks to NAG, and a big thanks to Steel Series. And you know, my biggest shout out always goes to the viewers. You know, nothing you can do without viewers.
Yep.
So yeah, again, congratulations to DC. Well played there to Bravado. Hopefully they can edge them out the next tournament. Make it very entertaining. And well played there to Exabyte with their third spot. More than deserving. You know, we spoke about it before. They just need those couple more months just to iron out a lot of their mistakes they've been making. But all in all, great competition, and thanks to you for having me. And yeah, all in all, great competition.
Cool, awesome. Thank you very much. Also, yeah, thank you to the viewers, guys. Keep an eye on the channel here, as we will be doing, well, I'll specifically be doing more so other casts on friendlies, etc. Kind of like a build up before the DGL. Dare, you're more than welcome to join in on the co-casts. Hopefully my connection will be back to normal as then. We'll be giving you Oaks a 720p cast during the festive season. Anyway, guys, that's all from me tonight, all from Arena and Dare. Have a good evening, and we will see you soon.
Microphone muted. Microphone activated.